Ayoo, primates! Links to the video we react to today are in the description below. Also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell to be notified whenever we go live or put out new content. It really helps us out. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show! Isn't it like one of them, if you see it as blue and, if you see it as blue, it means you're colorblind or something like that, right? Something like that. That's the guy? He was on Ellen! Admitted to violently strangling and endangering his wife. Here's the entire scope of the case? Oh, and she's freaking gorgeous! Why would you hurt her, you freaking prick? What? Not that looks are important to not beating your wife, but let's not... You get what I'm just sort of complimenting her, alright? She's cute. Anyway, that's freaking horrible! The dress that broke the internet, or hashtag the dress, was a viral debate that sent the internet into a frenzy back in 2015. The husband behind the dress was seen on talk shows around the US at the time. He has been back in the news this week due to violent crimes he committed years later. The debate about the dress is started as a disagreement between Grace Johnson and her then-fiancé, Keir Johnson, as Grace sent a photo to her mother about the dress. Keir saw it as blue and black, and Claire saw it as white and gold. This debate quickly made its way online and became a viral sensation in seemingly no time at all. The dress had been tweeted about 4.4 million times, and a hugely successful BuzzFeed post had been written, and even celebrities like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West were debating the colors. Also charged with attempted murder last year. The hype of the dress that broke the internet eventually died down, like any other fad on the internet. Okay, However, the dress been popping up back recently with more of a sinister reason. The court in Glasgow, Scotland, heard that 38-year-old had strangled his wife in their home on March 6, 2022. Johnson turned on his wife, Grace, and threatened her, saying someone is going to die. Johnson told his wife that she could not attend a job interview in mainland Scotland, and she had defied his demands whilst he was out drinking at a local pub. The two had been arguing over text message, and Johnson returned home and told his wife he was leaving her. What, because she wanted to go get a job? The couple got into an altercation outside their house where Johnson threw his wife to the ground. The court heard that he then began strangling her with both hands. She was initially able to scream in fear for her life, believing Johnson intended to kill her, as he was very forceful. So this is not like a freaking outrage thing. He was full-blown, like, trying to choke her out. Although Claire was able to escape this violent attack, it became clear during the course of the court hearing that she had been living in fear of her husband. Mrs. Johnson described several instances where her husband had threatened her and even dragged her out of a pub. There is also no permanent police presence on the island where they lived. Bro really segregated the ish out of her, bro! What the fudge? Mrs. Johnson also described an 11-year campaign of abuse from her husband, despite the fact that the couple appeared on Ellen back in March 2015 after leaving their honeymoon early to be on the show. Although he has not been yet charged, he will be sentenced next month and was denied bail, meaning this will remain in custody until this date. Good! Freaking rot, bro! That's attempted murder, screw you! What the frick? Stop! The internet's going wild with this. Well, I guess that dress really was black and blue. Freaking hey, yo, why? That's so messed up! Wow! Is there a video on the murder or what? Oh, okay, no, he was charged with attempted murder. What is this? Who is this? Ready to Glare made a video on it? Let's check it out.
Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to my...
Like, subscribe. My dudes, we're gonna react to this real quick. This will be the final reaction, then I really do gotta dip. Copy. I gotta edit, actually, a lot. Alright, putting this on the Discord. Please, as always, go like, comment, subscribe, drop a comment in their comment section so that the algorithm knows that there is activity there. It really helps, actually, for all YouTubers in general. Boop. Alright, it's on the Discord.
My channel. So today we're going to be talking about a story I did not see coming, I'm going to be honest. I was perusing the internet and lo and behold, I came across this story which is a total throwback. and it was wholesome until I looked into it, much like everything on the internet. Jokes are jokes until you do like 2 seconds of investigation and it turns out there's like a grisly murder behind it. So, do you guys recall back in the day, I think it was around 2015, but we'll get into all the details in a second. Remember the debate over this dress, whether it's white and gold or blue and black, and the whole fucking thing that came out of that? Do you remember that debate? Because it is vivid in my mind. It's a part of history. I didn't think anything of it. I never really thought of like who posted this, why, blah, blah, blah. Well, here we go. Scottish husband behind viral blue-black dress illusion admits to brutally attacking wife. If someone told—
Oh, and the article says he admits it, so that means he's already, like, in court, has he admitted? Basically?
Me in 2015 that the meme that myself and everyone else was screaming—
Right, because he hasn't been charged yet. That doesn't mean he hasn't been... Or would that be sentenced? I don't freaking know.
Over whether it was white and gold or blue and black, which, by the way, I've seen both colors, so I don't know what the fuck is going on with me. I don't know if I've seen edited versions. I do not know a singular thing, okay? But
so the answer to that is actually that basically the at a certain point, once you copy paste different JPEGs, some of the JPEGs will eventually lose that color, like the RGB color, the tone. Basically, it depends on the software and stuff that it was used, but typically it's because somebody copied and pasted it as a JPEG to somewhere else. That's what I've heard. I remember reading about that, or like seeing a freaking video on iFunny way back when on 9gag. You know that? Remember that? Yeah, exactly.
But if someone told me back in 2015 when I was, well, actually I wasn't having that great.
Seems like there are two options for people behind viral memes: either they suffer a tragic fate or become hardened criminals.
Of a time then either, but
I'm still hoping
someone told me back then that
I'm still hoping that the obsessive girlfriend, the smile, I had a crush on her, dog. I'm not gonna lie when that meme came out. I swear,
today,
bro. I freaking
we'd be talking about
I'm waiting to find out
the
that she's
person who
actually a
created
stalker,
this,
like actually
being an attacker, an abuser. I would not have seen that coming. The Scottish husband behind the infamous dress that broke the internet admitted to strangling.
Bro, it used to be wild celebrity, like movie, like news. Like when like Land Before Time, Ducky, the little girl, she was like brutally murdered by her dad. Now it's like I'm finding out that internet meme stars are getting like beaten or beating their wives. You get me? It's like freaking
he was arrested and charged with attempted murder.
Yeah,
Keir Johnston,
from what I heard, she's a cool
guilty
person.
on Thursday to attacking his
her
wife,
and
Grace
the kid, the baby that goes, yeah, with the thumbs up, yeah, freaking awesome. That guy apparently is really cool too.
I feel like I'm really butchering that. Oops. On March 6th, 2022, Johnston was alleged to have branded...
Bro's 38. That means 10 years from basically me now, I would try to choke out my wife. Like, bro, I can't see myself doing that.
While he threatened his wife.
Like, unless she asked for it in the bedroom. Like, you know, but otherwise, I don't think I do that. I don't know. I don't think I have good hands for that. I have big hands, but I don't... Like, I do have big hands and big fingers, but I don't really think... Like, I'm a very non, like, I don't know. I feel like I would be scared to do that, you know? I'm definitely one of those people that, like, whenever you tell me to do something or hammer something in, drill a nail in, most people are like, dude, freaking more force than that. What are you doing? You know, like that? Or, like, somebody asked me to crack their back or their spine or whatever, and I typically will, like, under, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I freaking can't. I get scared. I get freaking scared. I'm like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't know.
Wife saying...
But to be fair, I've always been a pretty big, not tall, but big person, you know, hands and all that, so it's always been, like, freaking...
...is going to die following a night of drinking during the assault, according to The Guardian. The almost fatal attack began days before when Grace defied...
No, it's freaking awesome, because this is a freaking... Yeah, this is a 2015 freaking, like, meme.
Keir's demands of not attending a job interview on the mainland, the outlet reported. On the day of the attack, Keir Johnston told his wife he would be leaving her, which led to an argument between the couple.
Not only that, but she said that some of this abuse was happening even when they were on Ellen.
Outside the property to stop him leaving, he followed her and pinned her to the ground.
Absolutely.
Chris McIntosh told the Glasgow High Court. He placed both knees on her arms so she was unable to move. He then began...
Assuming the wife is actually on social media talking about it, you know, don't go bother her if not so, but like sometimes it'd be good to get some support for her, you know? little bit of
strangling
good
her with
messaging.
both his hands. She was initially able to scream and feared for her life and believed Johnston intended to kill her, as he was very forceful. It's so bizarre to me, right? Because now this is probably an obvious thing that I'm about to state, but it's pretty funny how there are so many memes that are in circulation right now and we don't really know who to attribute them to, right?
Yeah, like it could be a psycho. Absolutely.
And for the most part, I don't think it's a big deal that we don't know who to attribute them to, unless someone, I guess, really cares to be credited for a meme, which I don't really know how that's going to play out for you, buddy, but whatever. Anyway.
I feel like nowadays, everybody is their own memes. Like you know how the VTuber community, like, for example, Shy Lily, womp womp, womp womp. I freaking can't, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? I can't go a single day without my daily womp womps, okay? I gotta admit to you. If I don't have at least one womp womp a day, I haven't started the day. You understand? It's like my coffee. But that is a meme. You get me? People nowadays are like pushing their own personal brands now, so you're not seeing a whole lot of memes like, you know, for example, the Leroy Jenkins. That was a World of Warcraft meme, and that's just because like that was in the early days of streaming. Somebody happened to stream that. You get me? It wasn't even him, the guy who was doing it, that recorded that. But now everybody just memes themselves. You feel me? So memes have become more of a brand, honestly. Nowadays,
the idea that some of the most quote-unquote
but there are
iconic,
some that transcend communities.
Loosely,
you get me? And
you
that's
guys know what I mean. Some of the
really
most iconic memes, some of the most, I guess, viral memes that caused, you know, silly controversy, like the dress, have a person behind them, because I basically never associate memes with people unless they are memes of people, like the Demi Poot Lovato one. But anyway, to think that, oh yes, this is a person with a life, and this person tried to strangle his wife, it makes memes a little too real when I start associating them with people, and that's not to belittle anything that's happening here. I'm just talking about the concept of how well we know the meme and we don't know anything.
I don't know why, but I love her whole, like, situation. Like, she's got her phone in her hand. I feel like I'm just sort of talking to someone at the mall. You feel me? I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the white background or what have you. But the fact that her phone's in her hand while she's talking to me, it's such a like all of my friends do that. My friends do the same thing. I do that. I talk to people with my phone like that as if I'm about to start doing something. Or sometimes I will be doing something while talking to you and like just using that double vision, that freaking, you know what I'm saying? But
behind it, especially if there's something dark. Now, obviously, this happened in 2022, so when the meme came out, nothing dark.
I'm sure she has something important on there. It's probably the news article that she's talking about, you know, but I'm just saying.
That we know of. But it's jarring to me every so often. But I guess it's also because I kind of just think of memes as things that appear on the internet, not as being made, and that's my own thing. A witness pulled Keir Johnston off his wife, but the crazed husband went inside.
So there was an actual witness that intervened. Oh, they freaking got him, dude.
Before returning back moments later, threatening to finish his wife off and choking her.
Oh, he's a full-blown psychopath. No, actually psychopath, like...
Again, according to the BBC. Now, I will say, in a lot of...
Like, he was fully in. He wasn't, like, it wasn't a moment of rage or a moment of... No, it was a full-blown...
Altercations, the things that stick with me the most, aside from
that's scary,
done,
on an island where there's no police presence.
Whatever else. It's what people say, because I find
you get the
that
mayor,
to really
you get the town
most
sheriff,
haunting of all. So someone saying they are going to, quote-unquote, finish off their partner, there's something very creepy about that.
Murderous intent.
You say you'd finish off a meal, you'd say you'd finish off a job, you'd say you'd finish off
a target. A target. That's what you'd finish off.
A lot of like very, I guess, logic.
Yeah, gee, like I'll be like it's a weird situation where he didn't commit the crime, the murder, actual. But you could tell he had full 110% intention of doing it. So it's like, I don't, like, no trust. Bro has to get locked up. You get me? Like, that's on the same level as, like, a pedo. Like, I don't care how many years you stay in jail, a freaking pedo, a PDF file, can no longer be trusted for life. You get me? I'm sorry.
Things,
I hate that, like, I hate that sucks for you, but...
things you have to do. You know, you don't say, oh, I'm going to finish off hanging out with these people. It sounds like a task, like you're completing a task. I'm going to finish off cleaning the house. So to say you're going to finish off your wife, unless we're going to go into a really sexual direction, which I'd rather not go into, I don't really see any which way in which that is not scary as hell and kind of implying that you almost don't.
And P.S. just before anybody gets mad at me, I'm not implying that one crime is equates to another or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, these are both crimes. Like, in this case, I would not trust him ever again with another woman. I would not trust this person to be in a mental condition to be able to have a relationship with another woman ever again. You get what I'm saying? This person is a genuine danger to any partner he's with, in my opinion.
Your wife as a person in that moment, in my opinion, and again, that's just my opinion. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not here to evaluate anything, but creepy. Keir Johnston was also reportedly holding a knife. Grace Johnston suffered severe bruises and called the police, telling the dispatcher, "My husband is trying to kill me." Keir Johnston was initially charged with attempted murder. During the trial, the High Court in Glasgow, Grace Johnston detailed an 11-year campaign.
See, that's the thing, okay, because this is initially charged with attempted murder. Let's see if it actually goes into which actually validates my point there, doesn't it?
Of abuse she suffered from her husband, which included domestic violence acts and coercive control. So it turns out, yes, when the meme was made,
like, what I'm trying to say here is, like, frick, the intent was there. Like, can you put attempted murder and intent to murder? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I feel like it's just a slightly step above attempt, you know?
he was already being abusive and scary. I feel like that's such a sad thing on multiple levels. Like, yes,
murder,
obviously
you know?
it's
Like,
sad that someone's abusive. It's sad that someone gets abused. Those are all, I think, basic 1+1s. What I do think is probably very difficult is a viral meme that comes up that reminds you specifically of that time in your life with your husband having posted that meme that went viral, right? I don't know if you get sucked back into the time when you were living through abuse A, B, or C, but I feel like that's very difficult. I can't imagine putting myself in the position where randomly on the internet I might come across this viral thing my abuser posted, did, whatever. Does that make sense?
Like, with any luck, freaking, I was gonna say, with any luck, you know, I guess it all depends. Yeah, no, that's gonna be a tough one. I was gonna say, with any luck, she can find some kind of peace with that guy being locked up.
Keir Johnston also allegedly isolated Grace from her friends and family, as well as monitoring her money to decide how much of it she could have access to. The couple reached internet fame when Grace's mother, Cecilia Bleasdale, purchased the infamous dress a week before their wedding in February 2015. Bleasdale had sent a photo of her outfit to her daughter and asked her opinion on the dress, which confused the people who disagreed over the color. Grace saw it as white and gold, while Keir argued it was black and blue. It is, of course, black and blue. Okay, I still see it as white and gold, so I don't know what to tell you. At the wedding, Caitlin McNeil, the couple's friend, was sent to perform with her band, but got caught up with the dress and posted the photo to her blog on Tumblr. Business Insider reported the photo was an overnight sensation, leading people to argue the color scheme. After reaching internet fame, the couple, Grace's mother, and McNeil appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show, where Bleasdale wore the dress to put the debate to sleep. The daytime talk show host gave the couple a check for $10,000 and a trip to the Caribbean. Following his guilty plea, Keir appealed for continued bail, but was placed into custody, where he will remain until he is sentenced next month.
Good. Yeah, no, he applied for continued bail. You know why? Like, after hearing what he said, he applied for continued bail because he just wanted to finish the job. He just wanted to get out there and get it one more chance, bro. Nah.
You repeatedly strangled her, injured her, and put her life in danger in what must have been absolutely terrifying circumstances for her, Judge Lady Drummond told the man, according to the BBC. I am afraid, Mr. Johnston, that your status is now...
Wait, so she was in a band too? You had a rock star girl. Freaking... Some people don't deserve to ever freaking, like... be married, have a woman, be together with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Freaking A. From an overnight meme that broke the internet to a chilling story of psychotic domestic abuse. Absolutely. And it's like, think about domestic abuse cases here in California, right? Here in LA. Like, you're scared. But there's a possibility. They don't all see it, but there's a possibility you calling the police. There's a possibility of getting help. What do you do when your abuser has you on a freaking island with no police presence whatsoever? You understand what I'm saying? On an island with no police presence. You get what I'm saying? I know that may not help necessarily, because there's plenty of cases here in LA where, you know, they don't call the police. But still, just think about how hopeless she must have felt throughout the entire, like, that's like a horror movie type of deal, bro.
Change, you have been convicted of a very serious crime and you will be remanded meantime. Johnston will be sentenced on June 6th. Now, listen, I know that after we find out that someone's a fucking weirdo, when you look at pictures of them, you don't see them the same way, obviously.
Do you think they'll stream it?
Because
like,
now you
film
have
it?
more information. But look at this man's stare. That is very creepy to me. Whether, like, even if I just saw this picture, it looks like there's nothing going on behind those eyes. Truly not. Not a singular, I mean, in a dumb way, like it doesn't.
Bro, it's staring into your, like, past your soul.
Seem like there's
It's
not a singular
1,000-yard
thought
stare
in there, but also looks dead inside and not in the funny way. So I really hope that they do give him a good amount of time, because that's like 11 years of abuse. I mean, how?
Not only that, bro, but it's the fact that he had so much intention from his words. I can't get over that. So much, like, he really wanted to end her. You get me? Bro returned with a knife to finish the job, he said. To finish her off. Like, bro, really?
How could you not?
Like, if he ever gets out, that woman is gonna be in danger again. Like, you're not gonna tell me no restraining order is gonna stop stop him from pursuing her.
And I say that, you know, knocking on wood,
That's
because
scary.
plenty of times nothing happens. But anyway, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. I genuinely had kind of forgotten about the whole dress ordeal, and I enjoyed reminiscing on my youth back in the day. But anyway, actually I wasn't young. I got married in 2016, so what am I even talking about? It's not like I was 12. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.
That is absolutely freaking wild. I can't freaking... What a freaking, like... That's kind of what I'd like to know, too. Like, what exactly... so you're asking, like, what happened? Like, what led to it? She went to go interview for a job. And he got mad. That's what happened. She went to an interview, because he said, don't go to an interview. I don't want you to get a job there. And she did it. She went and interviewed while he was at the bar drinking. At the pub drinking. It's right here. Johnson had told his wife that she could not attend a job interview in mainland Scotland. So off the island. Off the island where he had her trapped. She defied his demands whilst he was out drinking at a local pub. The two had been arguing over text message, and Johnson returned home and told his wife he was leaving her. The couple got into an altercation outside their home, where he threw her down and proceeded to try to murder her. Yeah. Think about that. If a job interview led him to murder, how was she living her life on a day-to-day basis? Walking on literal freaking eggshells, dude. That's all it took. This, as being reported by Dexierto. El Dexierto. That one. That's all it freaking took. And according to them, there is no permanent police presence on the island where they lived. There were several instances where her husband threatened her and even dragged her out of a pub. But with no freaking permanent police presence? Unless the other freaking islanders go and tattletale, nobody cares. Like, what the frick is up with that? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, come on, you're not telling me she got dragged out of a pub and nobody saw nothing. That's scary as all get out, bro. Nah, bro. I really this is the reason why I'm not a judge, right? But like with all that information, like I would give him the maximum sentence if I could. If I could have him stay in there for life, I would. That's probably why I'm not a judge, right? Because I don't know. I feel like no matter how long you make it for, the anger is just gonna fester in him, and when he finally gets out of prison, he might go after her still. You get me? So I don't know. I don't know what the freak. Thank you. Absolutely. Like I don't know what the frick to like. This is wild, wild. Like actually, like the more you look into it, the worse it gets. Thank you so much, primates, for watching this all the way to the end. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell for a rainbow explosion that will go ahead and notify you every single time we go live or put out new content. Thank you so much, goodbye, and thanks for swinging by.